Tales from the Hood.
What's up, guys? You've been asking for it. It's time. I thought it was fitting because everybody wanted another Tales from the Hood. So I figured, why not do it from my hood in Lafayette, Louisiana? I'm home visiting. And I figured, why not do one with the streets that we roamed in the background? Not the same neighborhood, but some of the streets. So for this one, I think I'm going to take you back to, let's call it 1986. Little DC, second grade. I have now inherited bullies, Donna Ray and Gilbert Francis. Most people in Louisiana, the last name Francis, the kids were just bad. They were always bad, trying to fight people, beat people up. Gilbert was one of those kids. Gilbert was one of those little bullies that I have spoken about on a number of occasions. He actually tried to bully me when I was the UFC champion because he didn't view me any different than he did as that little kid before. We're buddies now. Back in the day, he was essentially the bane of my existence. He would beat me up every opportunity he got. Well, one day, it's Easter, we're going home, and I am not, or have not, come into my own. I am not confident enough to fight at that point, so he has almost beat me into submission. So one time he punches me. I fall down. All my friends were telling me, oh, Daniel's going to get him now. It's over. DC's Daniel's going to get him. I got up, tucked my tail, and I went home. Still probably the worst beating I ever got in my life. I've lost some fights, but nobody has beaten me like Gilbert did when I was a kid. Why do I say this? Because when you bully one person and you feel like you're a big bad boy, you think you can start to pull that shit on everybody. Well, in the hood, there's always karate men. If you've grown up around enough black people, remember the blaxploitation movies where guys always did karate, Bruce Leroy and all those cats like that? Everybody did karate. There was a guy named Buki that would just stand in front of the car wash doing karate. He didn't even have to use it on anybody. For people to respect Buki and know not to mess with him because he had those karate skills. He would wear a gi at the car wash. He was big. He kind of looked like Jody's dad from Baby Boy. Big old arms, upper body. Probably spent some time in prison, and probably that's why he picked up that kung fu skills that he had. One other guy knew kung fu, and none of us understood why. It was me, it was Terry, and it was Craig Benoit, not Craig Andrews. Nobody knew how Craig learned karate. But Craig was learning karate. Maybe he was watching G.I. Joe. I don't know what he was doing. But he gained this confidence. He gained this confidence in his kung fu skills to the point that he wasn't afraid of the bullies. So one day, Mo and Donna Ray decided to pull that shit on us. Mo and Chase and Craig and I at San Antoine School. One time my cousin Carl, poor child, my God, they left the curl in his head too long. It left that bump behind his ear. They beat him for that. He ain't really did nothing to get that bump behind his ear, but they beat him because somebody left the jerry curl in his hair too long. So he got his ass whipped for that. That's how bad these dudes were, running around, terrorizing people at San Antoine. Anyway, we're at San Antoine, the elementary school. They start to chase us. I veer off to the right next to the Butler buildings. They decide to chase Craig. Craig runs in a circle, literally runs in a circle. There's a stump in the middle of the playground. They go to chase him. Mon, this is what we call Gilbert, runs over there to get Craig. As he approaches, Craig propels himself off of the stump, double dragon kick right in his chest, knocked his ass right on the ground. That was the last time they tried to chase Craig. Kung Fu was the ultimate equalizer in the hood. If you knew Kung Fu, people left you alone. My ex-wife, Robin, her little brother, Puddin', one time he got into a fight with my cousin Peanut. He threw a spinning back kick, knocked Peanut out in the face, spinning back kick, wrap around the side of his head. Peanut goes face down. Dude has still never lived that down. Kung Fu in the hood was the ultimate equalizer, and I have witnessed this. I have been in championship fights. I have seen impressive performances. I have seen guys do things that are not supposed to happen. I saw Chris Barnett do that spinning heel kick. Puddin was a little fat boy just like Chris Barnett. Landed that spinning heel kick, kicked Peanut in the face, knocked him down on the ground. The ultimate equalizer. So let me tell you something. Mon learned it. Peanut learned it. Corey learned it with that spinning back fist from Ferrell, Bull. Many people learned it. Combat skills in the hood work. So this is my warning to you. If you're ever driving in Lafayette and you see Buki doing his karate outside of the car wash, stay away, because those skills are definite and they will end you. They will end you. So, yeah, I've seen some crazy shit, man, in my childhood, and we're only beginning. We're in 1986. We haven't even really gotten to the good stuff. We're just getting on this journey, so this is my second Tales from the Hood. Guys, like, subscribe. Make sure you tune in every time, because I got a lot of them, because I saw some shit in my youth, and I'm willing to share them with you also. Thank you again for joining me. Be the real, like, if Buki blind and he's still doing his karate, he's like, he is now, hey, Buki is now like the blind warrior. That's crazy, man. Stop lying, bro. What about when Puddin kicked Peanut in the face like that? Remember that? Edmore Park, spinning back kick. Hook kick right on the neck. Peanut went flat on his face. If I wasn't there, I wouldn't have believed it. Hook kick right behind the neck, put him flat to his face. And Puddin was short and fat at the time, but he knew karate. They had him in karate at Brown Park. We would go watch him. If you do karate in the hood, you're the GOAT, man.